Got it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pod and Long. I am your host, Ryan. It's great to have you with us. You're looking live on a man who sits atop of the AFC mountain. It's Megastar Mark.
It's nice to be back home. I'm just saying that, some of these there's all these barbecue left over from the Chiefs fans. And I think they were the only ones who actually were number one since the Bills left. I don't think anybody else took that spot.
Who could?
The AFC East has a lot of seafood and, crap left over here from the Dolphins before we kicked them back down. But
no. And also with us, our other co-host, he fired his real life GM. He fired his Madden GM. It's Killer Greg 17.
Right. You didn't. The Titans were such shit. You didn't even put them on the rundown this week.
I forgot to put the Titans on here.
Yeah. I saw that. And at first I was like, I'm not even going to say anything.
Oh my God. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I did? Oh, come on, me.
Who gives a shit? Fuck off, Titans.
No, I have Eagles wreck Titans. They're on there.
Oh, do you?
Eagles wreck Titans.
They're such shit. I didn't even see them.
Yeah, right.
Just wanted it to not happen. Oh boy, what a week! What a week in the NFL. We started on Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, let's back up. Let's start with the game of the week.
Yes,
game of the week. Bengals do it again. Oops, they did it again. They beat the Chiefs. Chiefs can't beat this team.
Mark, you called it.
Yeah.
You called it. Good one.
It's so weird. They've beaten them 3 times in a span of a year, they said?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Wow.
I mean,
Joe Burrow.
Have their number, I guess.
They know how to play them. They know how to play them. I think the Bengals are truly one of the teams that the offense can keep up with the Chiefs. I don't think anybody can deny that.
True.
And that front four messed with Mahomes again for the third straight time,
Yep.
Amazing.
And there was a key fumble by Travis Kelce in there.
Yeah.
It certainly didn't help.
Which, that's a 1 in a million.
Yeah, right. He was fighting for extra yards and fumbled. I mean, you can't really blame him, but
right. Crazy.
Yeah.
But
so
Bengals.
You've been very not anti-Bengal, but you've been annoyed by the Bengals, Mark.
Yeah.
Are you turning around on the Bengals now?
If they lose next week, then no. But this is what they do. They win a good game, and they had I can't say that. They won 5 in a row at this point. So I gotta buy into them now. Early in the season though, it's hard for me to shake that shakiness. But they look good. They look real
solid
good.
Win right there.
Oh my God, it's regardless of whether it's in Arrowhead, whether it's in Cincinnati, it's still you're beating the Chiefs and now you have the tiebreaker over them. That's huge.
They potentially
big.
They potentially put themselves. They won 4 in a row. They potentially put themselves in a really nice spot here, though, going to 8-4, because I think the Ravens.
Yeah.
Talk about what happened to the Ravens, and the Dolphins lost.
Yep.
So they're moving on up that playoff range. They'll maybe get a home game here.
Yeah. Right. They could easily take the North at this point, considering the unpleasantness, which we'll talk about.
The unpleasantness. Yeah. We'll go to first. Now we'll go to first in the AFC. The first game of the week. Your Bills.
My Bills.
Just toyed with the Patriots. Just kind of
efficient. That's the word I used.
Yeah.
Very efficient. From start, that was the only game I've watched. That's not true. There was early games, but this is the one that happened most recently. The one that it really sticks with me. That I never felt nervous during this game as a Bills fan. And Bills fans, you just feel nervous about everything. But this one, I was just like, nah, they got it. Just grinded. They had that third quarter drive where it was 9 minutes and 40 seconds. And they ran it a split almost right down the middle between runs and passes. I'm like, that's it. It's over. They're not coming back from that. And I kind of I always hate Belichick. I love that he just threw in the white, threw in the towel at the end.
Yeah.
Gave up. I love that.
He gave up, and then he was asked,
yeah.
What do you need to do with your coordinators? He's just like, too late. I actually kind of appreciate it. Too late. Bad idea. Too late.
He said too, they were like, why don't you try at the end? He was down by 16, I think. They're like, why didn't you try to come back? And he was just like, we did it earlier in the year when we were down by that much with that little time, and one of our guys got hurt for the year. So like we decided against it. I'm like, well, at least it's an honest answer, you know.
Was it this
So
press conference that Mac Jones talked about how he flipped out, or was that last week?
I think no, it was definitely this week where he said,
Okay.
like, what did he scream?
The emotions got to him. He said, which I feel bad for this. He's turning babyface on me a little bit here. He goes, throw it down the fucking field. He like screamed just to nobody.
Yeah.
To a sideline, like, can we please stop throwing 4-yard out routes?
Yeah.
No. Have you how unself-aware could you possibly be?
With what skill player?
First off, that's Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
He is the 4-yard slant route fucking king.
Mm-hmm.
Second, who are you?
Right.
Who are you throwing to? And how are you throwing it?
Yeah.
Are you handing it to someone else who can throw it down the field?
Oh.
I can't imagine Mac Jones driving it with any force down the field.
Let's run the play where someone else throws a deep bomb.
I gotta
Oh.
say, nothing pleases me more than watching this collapse. It just makes me so happy. Like Belichick giving up his quarterback that he's so proud of drafting, just not being good and hating Belichick. It's just everything about it. Just like, oh yes, give me more of this.
And I've been on it for the last couple of weeks, but the Bills, I not really talked about during the game. They got healthy. Like that defense, they missing obviously Von Miller is out and Micah Hyde is out. Everybody else is back. And that's a very, nobody's talking about that. That is, they're like, oh, the Bills returned to form. Yeah, they did because they had players again. Like that's the reason. So, they finally are smart enough to not have Allen throw 50 times a game. You know, they had it was like 35 runs, 36 passes. Perfect. There you go, Dorsey. You threw one more than you ran. Good for you.
You win.
So,
you win, Dorsey.
See, you win. But keep that up because James, I'm really on the James Cook bandwagon. He looks real nice.
I liked him. I drafted him in fantasy.
Yep, he's finally turning.
And I thought he was going to be a big thing, and he got one carry and fumbled in the first game, and I was like, all right, cutting him. Yep. But he's finally on his way back, it looks like.
And the Bills coaching staff, they always do this. They do not give rookies a lot of playing time. And even if it's a high draft pick rookie, you know, Josh Allen excluded, like they'll keep him on the bench learning for half the season, and then they'll start like working him in the second half of the season. So I think we're going to see a lot more James Cook in the next 5, 6, 7, hopefully 8 or 9 weeks. So
8 or 9 years, baby.
That too.
Cook to the winner's circle.
Better than you, Dalvin.
Yeah, Dalvin, you piece of shit. What have you ever done?
That's harsh. Poor Dallin. He's like, what?
What
did I do?
What did I do? Nothing. That's the whole fucking point.
Right. I like Sassy James at Thanksgiving. Just like one game under his belt where he didn't like fumble and just goes up in like a fur coat with like big aviators on. Just
I almost called this next category mirror match, but it's not quite right. It doesn't quite fit. Steelers over Falcons. That's kind of a mirror match.
Yeah,
a little
not
bit
a mirror match. No.
You don't think
one
so?
of those has talent. One of them is the Steelers.
One of them has the ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what they meant by talent.
He slowly gets worse every week. Like
they've worked on their personality. I really think we can make it work this time.
They're just really
funny.
Really
right.
funny.
They're talking to someone, and so am I.
Right.
We're in a different place.
Talking to Bill Belichick.
Baby hands
yourself,
over ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe baby hands is better than my
is baby hands starting to turn a corner here?
I think the Steelers, they're showing life. You know, they're showing life. That's the best you can say about this Steelers squad. Is they're not like totally rolling over. No, but
it's not great.
Considering I didn't think they would ever win more than that first game. You know,
they're 5-7.
Right. Walking away with 5 wins is pretty good. And you know, let's assume they get 2 or so more.
Yeah,
I'm sure they play the Browns again.
Yep.
I think 2 is there. They play the Browns again.
Yep.
In the offseason, one of the bets I thought was the most juicy in our over-unders was Mike Tomlin's never lost that many games, and you only have to win 8 to win that bet. And I
Still don't
really
think they
thought
get to
about
8.
betting it, and it's
Yeah.
really, really close here. I don't think they're going to get there. but
I don't
Oh,
think they are
boy.
either.
I don't
It's
know. Maybe they
close.
do.
I mean, will they play the Ravens? They're actually favored against the Ravens.
They play the Ravens twice.
Right. But Jackson should be back for the second game.
Mm.
Oh. Does that even help them at this point?
I can't wait to talk about that one.
I mean, Lamar Jackson is not playing very well. I'm not going to say he's bad,
No.
but
You know what he's doing? He's making business decisions this year. That's what he's doing.
isn't he in a contract year?
Yes,
Yeah.
he is.
So he
then
doesn't
what
wanna
business
be-
decision he's making? He's,
He's
making
To
bad
not get hurt.
decisions.
To not get hurt. That's all and they got hurt. So
Playing foil a little bit. All right. So it's not mirror match. It's mediocrity loves company. The Packers beat the Bears. So you can
Man.
continue to say Rodgers owns the Bears.
what a fucking asshole.
What a piece
Like,
of shit.
He's
Get
just
fucked.
the
Who
worst.
cares?
Seriously. Like he's just his post-game stuff was him about like just chiding the Bears and digging at him. Like, bro, how many wins you got? Like
Your team stinks.
right. Congratulations. You beat the Bears.
You beat the
Right.
Bears.
They did move into all-time wins list with that win, though,
Mhm.
taking over the Bears. What a coincidence! Like, you think did they plan that? That seems impossible. There's
That is
just no
weird.
way to know.
Isn't it weird that like the Bears, like if you think about the Bears past, we talked about this a bunch.
It's shocking because the
How
Bears have been good for
bad
like
they
80
are.
seasons since I've been watching
They've
football.
been terrible for years. They had like 3 good seasons in the 80s. They must have won every game. Why are
seriously,
they so
from
high
like
on the list?
between the wars, they probably won a shit
Yeah.
ton.
Yeah, they haven't done anything since we were born,
Yeah, right.
or I was born, I guess. Since that 85 season, they haven't been any good.
Yeah.
But I mean, they've been good here and there, but
Sexy Rexy got him.
for the most part, not great.
Kyle
boy.
Orton.
Yeah.
Kyle
That's right.
Orton's own. All right,
America's
America's.
who the Orton line was this year. Did we ever determine that?
We
Where it
were-
was?
You
Was it
were
Jimmy
working
G?
on it. You never updated us though.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah, I don't
can
think we've
update it.
ever-
Well, hold on.
You
guys
have it, don't you?
keep talking.
You-
I got it. Yeah, I got it. Hold on.
All right.
Hold
We'll
on.
talk
You guys
about.
continue talking.
We'll talk
Yeah.
about America's team right now. The
Wow.
Detroit Lions come in here and crush the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm thinking this is going to be close. Trevor Lawrence, he took a step up. Everything, nope, not quite. Not so fast, my friends.
Trevor Lawrence is such a fucking anomaly.
I mean, he
I
was
know.
hurt.
Anomaly,
He
an
was hurt
enigma.
for part of the game. So
Yeah, but he was. It's not like he was performing through the
when
roof.
he came out and Scott Hansen said, "A Willis Reed like performance," what? Come on, Scott. You can't fool me. Detroit Lions, in their last, what are they? 4 out of the last 5? Is that right?
Yeah. And even the one that, like I said, they played the Bills. They almost won that game. They play
Yep.
tough. They play
Yeah.
real tough. Anybody, if you're looking at and you have I don't know who the Lions play for the next 5 games. That's not an easy win for anybody. They're going to play whoever they're playing. Really hard.
Greg has some information about the next game, which he's going to talk about in Greg's bets.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
That was one of your bets, right?
Yeah.
Vikings
Yeah.
Lions.
Vikings Lions. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's crazy. Are we?
All right.
I'll wait till we get
You
there.
should
So I
wait.
pulled up. I pulled
Sorry,
up
I
the Orton
start.
line.
Yeah, I started
Pull up
looking
the
at
Orton line. Give us the Orton
Okay.
line.
So the Orton line, it was the highest we've ever rated the Orton line. It's
Oh.
at 16.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
back up for 1 second. Explain what the
Uh-huh.
Orton line is first.
Okay,
in
so
case
the
people don't know.
Orton line is named after legendary NFL quarterback Kyle Orton, who we always used to say is the bare minimum of guy who was actually a starter, you were okay with it. If you could find somebody better, by all means, go ahead. But at least you were fine with him being your starter. He was the lowest ranked starter.
You could be okay with him.
Right.
You'd obviously like to upgrade, but
But you'd be
anything
okay.
anything below Orton,
Right.
bad.
You're looking to replace anything. And that was the main thing. Anything below you're looking to replace. So normally the Orton line is at like 23, 24. There's enough guys ahead of it where you think, okay, the talent's there. You just got to work with it. This is 16. That's where the Orton line is. And the guardian of the Orton line, the one above it, is
The
Jimmy
Guardian.
Jimmy Garoppolo with 16.
Oh,
And directly below it was Russell Wilson.
he was
Oh,
only
no.
one below.
Yeah, he was only one below.
This was weeks ago that this was made.
This was about 6 weeks now, I would say. But
So it's
yeah.
gotten worse for Russ
yes.
since then.
Yep.
Russ below the Orton line.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
fuck
crazy.
that guy. He's awful.
I know, but like if you told like
Well,
Right.
yeah,
Summer
preseason,
me?
you couldn't believe it.
July me.
Yeah.
Hey, he's gonna suck this bad. Where
Right.
all you do is look up Russell Wilson memes on Instagram when you're taking a shit during the
Yep.
day. That's all you do.
Oh my God.
Do
And it's
you
so good.
have Aaron Rodgers above the Orton line?
Ooh.
Once again, this is a couple of weeks ago. Yes, he is above the Orton line.
You got to be
Ooh.
below it now.
Well, we do
What
it
about
twice
Gino?
a year. We do
Gino?
it. Gino's above the Orton line.
Wow.
should
Yeah.
Again, if
should
you
be.
told July me,
Yeah.
hey,
right.
Gino's gonna be above the Orton line.
He
Gino
is.
has the second highest quarterback rating
Yeah.
in the league.
It's Jimmy.
He's great. He's
And
doing
then
great.
Gino. So Gino's like directly above Jimmy.
Nice.
So, but he's
very
there.
well ranked.
He's there. The
He
biggest
is.
jump from last time we did this in December of last year to now was Jalen Hurts. He went from 27th to 6th. So,
Whoa.
Yep. He's good.
All right. Moving on to the Cousins zone. Does Cousins
Yeah.
is above, I'm sure. right?
Yeah, I think he's above. I'm sure he
Barely.
Mike White, he's going to
is.
climb
He's
that.
above.
Kirk
He's
Cousins feels like a line.
Yeah.
Like an Orton line.
You know?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like Kirk Cousins feels like Jimmy Orton to me.
We used to have one of
Jimmy
the
Kyle Orton. Jimmy Orton.
Jimmy.
Kyle Orton.
Jimmy
sorry.
Simonek.
After
Yeah.
Billy
Orton retired,
Cinemax.
we named Alex Smith the guardian of the Orton line because he
Yeah.
was always constantly right there.
Yes, you showed
Right
me
above
the,
it. Yeah.
like several Excel spreadsheets.
I feel bad for
Right.
Alex Smith. I
He-
think he actually was quality.
Yeah. Hell, he
Just-
lasted forever.
he did last a long
Yeah, until he
time.
died.
Well, yeah, that was in his fault.
Well, he played like 6 games after that. So,
Mm.
all right. Cousin zone. Vikings beat the Jets.
Jets
Mike
suck.
White, not enough to overcome
He had
the cousin
30
zone.
Do you see how many yards? He had 360 something yards. I mean, first off, if you're the Vikings, shame on you for
I
allowing
mean,
that to
their
happen.
secondary is
Oh,
bad.
Yeah, right. Mike White, I mean, obviously he's way better than Zach Wilson. Give him credit. I mean, he's very and the Jets defense is fucking great. Like they looked real good. Mike White has played the Bears defense, missing all 4 of its secondary guys, and then the Vikings, one
Yeah.
of the worst. So hard to
Hard to
Jump on.
completely. Yeah.
I think he is talented. I do. I think he can be a good backup. I just, I still think you need to look for a real one.
Mike White.
Mike fucking White.
Mike fucking White.
Yeah.
Talked to a Jets fan over the weekend. I said, "What do you think about Mike White? Starter for the next few years?" Like,
Yep.
Sign him.
okay.
The Jets have never seen a quarterback they didn't want to give 4 years and $80 million to.
yeah. There's going to be some available quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You're going to stick with Mike White?
Well,
Really?
Who's available next year? I don't want
I think
Lamar. That's for
Aaron.
sure.
I think there's going to be more.
I don't want Aaron.
available.
Although Aaron Rodgers to the Jets is just. I mean, he's
That's
just
right.
making.
fantastic. That
Right.
should happen.
He's
Right.
just making.
I'm
the
just saying,
Brett
they're
Favre,
like we didn't expect Russell Wilson to become available. We didn't expect some of the moves that were made. Baker Mayfield.
I hope
Deshaun.
Aaron Rodgers follows every single thing that Brett Favre
Right.
did.
I want
Post them.
everything.
Dick pics,
Dick pics, Minnesota.
right? Exploding
Bountygate.
Mississippians.
Yeah. Volleyball stadiums.
Yeah.
He's on his way. I actually like Brett Favre more as a player than Aaron
Oh
Rodgers.
yeah,
me
as a
too.
player,
Right now.
absolutely.
As an outs, as a not player, not so much.
Fucking Aaron Rodgers. What a twat.
It's too much alone time. It's Green Bay. It's bad for brains.
Is that what it is?
It has to be. It's like, well, I got nothing else
Too
going on,
boring.
so I'm just gonna.
Why don't I defraud the poor?
Yeah. Let me just
My to-do
Google
list.
See if I can get away with this.
manipulation.
Yeah.
I know I'm married and all, but can I text a picture of my dick to some random sideline reporter?
Yep.
Sure, I can. Anyway,
See,
Right.
if you're gonna do that, the trick is to not caption it, and then you can just say, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry that wasn't for you."
Right.
And
Mm.
secretly
Or-
it was for you, but
Mm.
plausible deniability.
Send it to
Mm.
like other sideline reporters too, like Booger McFarland.
Oh,
so
send it
that
to
way
all the sideline
Right.
reporters. What's
Right.
Tony
Oh, I'm so
Siragusa?
sorry. I
What's
sent
his-
that. That was meant
that
for
was everybody.
Booger.
That wasn't
That
just
was
you.
meant for
Oh,
Booger,
my
not for
bad.
you. Sorry, Jen. That was meant for Booger.
That was meant for Booger.
Make that a shirt.
For Booger's eyes only.
Make that a shirt for Booger's eyes only. Oh God. All right, Cousins zone. We beat it to death. They win these stupid games and they keep doing it.
Yeah.
I saw this I saw this meme earlier, and it just showed somebody had a chalkboard, and it just had like this mathematical formula, and then in the middle it says a miracle happens, and then more mathematical formula on the right. This is the Vikings offseason. This is the Vikings offense. Every single game,
A miracle happened.
a miracle happens, and then they win. It's so, like, honestly, they've won so many games. They have a Shamrock right up their ass. Like, I've never seen a team win this many games within the last like minute of a season. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's very bizarre.
I don't think it's sustainable either. Like, eventually that's not going to work.
Some weird team is going to win the NFC. I think that's what we're finding out here. Like, somebody is going to beat the Eagles and somebody's going to beat the Vikings.
I had that same feeling about the Eagles. I for a while I was really on that bandwagon. I'm like, now I look at it, I'm like, oh, something weird's going to happen to you. We're going to end up like a fucking Commanders Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I still think somebody weird. I mean, they were who I chose in the beginning. I still think
they're who I chose as well, but I didn't expect all the turmoil that they've gone
through.
I
just don't think it matters.
It might not.
Well, we'll get to it. It really didn't.
It might not. This category is to both of these fan bases because they're both kind of annoying. You deserve this, Giants and Commanders.
Yeah.
You deserve this tie. What the hell?
Our boy Heineke, though, doesn't deserve this. He deserves
he deserves so much better. He deserves both 20 pointers on his side.
Yep, right.
40
right.
Nothing. It's the
40 nothing. 40 nothing, Heineke. Heineke.
Yeah, that's right.
I had one of our drivers at work came into my office because he knows I'm a big football fan and was so excited to tell me that he went to that game this week.
He went to the tie.
And he just walked in and looked at me. He's like, I feel like I wasted my money and just left. But I was true. Like, I've never actually seen a tie in person, but I think I'd have a very similar reaction. I'm like, like I didn't even know. It's as if I didn't go. Just
until this year, and we started doing the show, and Greg showed me the fun ways of the tie, like rooting for the tie for these shit teams is fun. I hated ties. I'm like, no, this is horrible. I hate this.
I
hate ties in football.
The concept of two teams being so fucking inept.
Yeah, and that's what happened here.
Yep.
Like, do you know what you have to do? To return a punt and kick a field goal for the win, you have to get 30 yards.
Not a lot. Yeah.
Right.
Out of 100 possible yards,
you
need to get 30% of them, and then you win this game of American football. and instead
you tie.
Nothing. Just two rocks just pounding each other.
A rock fight. And then you get to see Brian Daboll. Hate walk to the middle of the shake Ron Rivera's hand. You see how angry he was?
That guy is such a caricature of a football coach.
So
it really is.
It's the most angry Frosty the Snowman walks to the center of the field.
To combine our podcast, he's like the boss from Dinosaurs as a football coach.
Yeah,
I think about our boy in Miami, and the way he is, compared to Dayball, and the way
my God,
and I just now that's a Super Bowl.
That's
so funny. Nothing would make me happier at this point than to see Media Week with Mike McDaniel. That would be amazing.
Oh my God,
because that shit is boring as hell. He would make it so fun. Make it so fun. All right. Giants Commanders tie. That completely fucks the entire NFC.
I know, right?
Tiebreaker situation.
Right. It was already convoluted and
already stupid. And now it's even dumber.
They're going to like the 9th tiebreaker.
I hope this. They have to play again, right? Commanders and Giants play again, I think.
I don't remember.
They play again? If they play again, I hope they tie twice. That would be amazing. A double tie. They play in 2 weeks. Tie
Giants
again.
Play the Eagles and then the Commanders and then the Vikings.
Tie
and
again.
then the Colts and the Eagles. Giants are winning one more game this year.
Giants are fucked. Giants are fucked.
Goodbye, Giants.
Crashing back to earth, Giants.
Enjoy that 7-1 run.
Yeah, that was such a fraudulent number. And now it's back to earth. All right. Next category is crushing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Eagles are probably going to lose in the playoffs. I'm guessing. We've been saying that the whole show since the summer. We've been saying Eagles are great. They're going to be the number 1 seed. They're probably going to lose in a weird game.
Mm-hmm.
But they kicked the living fuck out of the Titans. They kicked the living fuck out of the Titans. Derrick Henry didn't do anything.
Now they
The
knew what to
Titans
do.
Could not move the ball.
less than one-dimensional.
They were
Yeah.
so bad.
Well,
Unfortunately,
you've been
Traylon Burks is looking good.
yep.
He did look
and
good.
he
He got hurt.
His
though.
fucking face smashed into
Yeah.
oblivion.
Yeah, he got
Right.
hurt.
So he met the little baby Jesus today.
Wow.
35 to
Citation
10.
needed on that one.
35-10. You knew AJ Brown was gonna come for these guys.
Right.
You knew that was gonna happen, right?
Yeah,
And he
was
sure did.
pissed.
He kicked their ass. I very much enjoyed this. Was a few weeks ago. I don't know if we talked about it, where he caught a pass. He's like a mutant. He caught a pass between two people, knocked them both over, and landed in the end zone, and then pointed at them both like "fuck you" and "fuck you." I got it.
Oh,
And he got a
shit.
flag for it, and I was like, "Oh man, I love this guy now."
Titans fired their GM today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
You didn't know
mean-
that? I said at the beginning.
Ain't no way Tannehill lasts.
I don't listen
now.
when people talk to me.
I
I just
don't
wait
listen.
until I get to talk again.
It's my turn. Damn it!
I wait until silence,
As,
and then I say what I was going to say the whole time.
as somebody who's been with you for a long time, that's accurate. When you do it to customers, I can just tell the countdown's going in your mind about when this guy's mouth stops, and then it's Greg time again.
It's Greg time. Yes, your GM was fired. Your Madden GM was also fired. That's what I said.
Oh, I see.
See,
I get it.
Get
I
it?
thought
So
you were
this-
just talking about what I would do if I had a choice.
This definitely means Tannehill's gone, right? Which is a good thing. Like
Yeah.
this is the guy who brought him in, so there's no way he's going to kick around with a new
Oh,
GM.
Tannehill was his boy?
Yeah, there's
What a
no way this
fool.
is. Yeah, not going to
How?
happen.
How can he be your
How
boy?
is he your boy? Look at him.
Look at this guy.
Greg,
Jerry,
the coach.
look at this
I
guy.
like to
the coach in
evaluate
the
players
locker
with my
room.
eyes closed. Really get a vibe for him.
Oh,
Greg,
yeah, that sounded like a
Titans GM.
touchdown.
Yeah.
Tannehill just bombing balls into his feet.
I love to see like Madden coach Greg after like a loss, just like walks in the locker room, looks at Tano, it's like this fucking guy, right?
This fucking guy. It's your
This
fault.
this
I didn't
fucking
play,
guy.
coach. I had a concussion. It's your fault. Tannehill.
Henry in my
God.
office, everybody else outside.
Tannehill, you got to run laps.
Yeah.
Tannehill's going to be the Panthers quarterback. Mark it down. It's happening. It's going to happen. Oh, God. Anyway, anything to say about this game? I mean, the Titans are fine. They just got beat by this awesome team. But
Titans
They're
are not
still-
fine.
There's
Stop.
no way you're not going to win the division.
Stop it.
yeah,
that
right.
means
That's what I mean.
nothing.
What does it matter?
It's
Still
one of
win
the
a
worst
division.
divisions of all time.
That's what I'm
You get a
talking
home
about.
Playoff game. Who knows what
Yeah,
happens?
you're gonna. Come on. It could be worse. You could be
don't
the
know how.
Colts. You could be the Colts
No,
right now.
It can't be worse because the Colts could at least, well, maybe the Colts are bad, but we're going to wind up with the 20th draft pick fucking again. It's going to be some inside linebacker no one gives a shit about. And we're going to have this awesome linebacking core for another 15 years, just like we have for the last 15 years, and it doesn't amount to fucking shit.
Or you could take a quarterback.
You already have one. What about Malik? That's over already.
Yeah.
It's already
Listen
done.
to me. I'm sorry. I know this is like
You're out on Malik. We haven't even
I
we've
don't
seen
know
him
much
play
about it.
like
the little bit
25
I've seen him
snaps.
play. Here's what I think is a problem, and this is nothing new. I'm not a visionary, and maybe I'm even wrong.
Hmm.
I look at people like Kyler Murray, and I think a running quarterback is never going to be successful in this league because it makes their decision making a split second too slow. They always have the option to run, which means they are never going to go through their progression and possibly choose the actual best outlet. They're going to go for the first one. And then they always have to take an extra second to decide whether it's their time to run or if they should stay in the pocket and try to make a throw. And I think that extra second of hesitation across the board will always stop a quarterback from actually succeeding long term. Can they win games? Absolutely. Maybe Jalen Hurts is going to prove me wrong this time. But for some fucking reason, I've watched a lot of Kyler Murray this year. I've watched a lot of what's his face in Chicago,
Justin
Fields.
Justin Fields.
Who's hurt,
And-
isn't he? I mean, we'll
Yeah,
talk about
he
it.
was back this
Yeah.
week.
Oh, was he? Okay.
And
Yeah, he was back.
every time they drop back, it always feels like throwing the ball is not actually their first option. And when
Hmm.
your entire team, when you never have to guard a wide receiver because they're never going to get the ball anyway,
Mhm.
what a defense has to try half as hard.
They talk about that with the Bears getting Chase Claypool, and they said within the first week, people were giving him a lot of space, and then they realized Justin Fields can't get him the ball, and so now they just they don't disregard him, but you can stick like a third stringer on him, and then you realize he's never going to get it.
Right.
Hmm.
I tread this line carefully because frequently this does come down to race. And I'm not trying to make that argument. And I acknowledge that it's there because very frequently a more athletic quarterback seems to be African American, and that's
Mhm.
fine. But I haven't seen it. And until we do, like Michael Vick was a freak of nature. He could
Yeah.
bomb the ball 60 yards. He could
Yeah.
run for 60 yards. You never knew. And even he couldn't get it done. He
Right.
lost some prime years, obviously. Fuck him. But
Right.
Yeah.
until I'm proven wrong, I have to believe this. And if Malik is going to get out there, he's already not that good. And he's also already a quarterback archetype that I don't
Mhm.
believe has what it takes to actually get there.
Fair enough.
Look at Josh Allen is a great example. Like he runs, and sometimes they're designed runs, and that's fine. And sometimes, sure, maybe he takes off a little early, but you always know that by the time he's running, he's looked at 3-4 receivers and decided, all right, now I'm going to run the ball. That's not what Fields is doing. That's not what Kyler Murray is doing. It's like, oh, Dustin Hopkins isn't open, run the ball.
Yeah. Yep.
My opinion,
I think
not an original opinion.
I
and
think
know that.
Hurts has this year. Obviously, he ran for 150 yards last week, but I think he's been good about when he runs versus like his throwing's been much better. And his
for sure, he's what 20-3 this year, 20 TDs, 3 interceptions.
Yeah, his throwing's been a lot better, and he runs only when it makes sense, I guess.
It's hard for me though not to go back to something I brought up in the past, which is ease of schedule though with the Eagles.
Sure.
They've not played stellar defenses. And it's easy to rack up those numbers and make those decisions when you know these guys aren't going to catch you or so it's hard. Like I agree with Greg where I want to let me see Jalen Hurts against a true defense. Let me see him against San Francisco.
Yeah, right.
Let me see him against that and see if he still does what he does. Because if he starts taking off running after every play, that is more of just like he's not open, time to run. So I think we need a little bit more on Jalen Hurts. He definitely has appeared better, but is it because of the schedule or because of a natural progression?
This is the problem when Lamar gets in the playoffs and the Ravens get in the playoffs. I'm always like, he's gonna have to. They're gonna make him throw, and he's not gonna be able to do it, and they're gonna get beat.
Well, I think Lamar, for me, he has a cannon. I've seen that man uncork it. I think he is more of a passer, but his talent pool around him is so bad. Right. Like they don't give him any help. And I think that's he thinks he has to run because there's nothing around to help him out. Kyler Murray has fucking DeAndre Hopkins. You don't have to run, man. Like, I mean, it's just there's options there. You have Zach Ertz, great underneath tight end option. There's
Marquise Brown.
Yeah, last year you had Kirk. Once again, good third slot receiver, and he just never did it. He just took off too much. So I think different situations, like Greg was saying. It's a case by case basis, but some of these guys, I really wish Lamar had a little bit more help because I feel like he can be a damn good passer.
Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna find out. All right. Moving on. Cowboys kill the Colts. So let me set the scene here. I've talked about this. I have to play Matt Ryan. I'm in a 2-quarterback league. I've had Trey Lance go down. Several other quarterbacks get injured. I have to play Matt Ryan. So I'm looking at my list. I have Matt Ryan, and somehow I got a hold of Andy Dalton in fantasy. Okay. And I'm like looking at this game, and I'm like, oh, the Colts are going to get destroyed, right? Let me switch this. I'm going to put Matt Ryan on the bench. I'm going to put Andy Dalton in. I got home late Sunday. This game was on, and I turned it on. I'm like, holy crap, Matt Ryan has proved me wrong. And then I watched him melt down for the
Yeah,
next hour and a half and just completely melt down. Matty Ice was fucking thawed. 3 picks,
Ugh.
2 fumbles. The Dallas defense ran one back for a touchdown. It was an obliteration. It was an annihilation. He should have retired on the field.
I'm done,
Jesus
guys.
Christ. It was 54-19.
Should have walked out at halftime. I watched that game through halftime, and it was close. Remember, like at halftime, it was like within a touchdown or something.
I was like, oh man, the Colts are putting it to
Right.
How about the Colts?
And then, like, even in the third, I was like, and then Dallas got that one touchdown, and I'm like, it's late. I got shit to do in the morning. Like, I'm just gonna go to bed. I think Dallas is gonna win this. And look at the score the next day. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah,
54. Are you kidding me?
33 points in the fourth quarter by Dallas. 0 for the Colts.
Is that conditioning or is that talent?
That's
talent.
it's so
I
like
think it's
If the
talent.
Colts worked harder,
Talent.
would they be able to persevere longer?
No,
Talent.
I think it's all talent. The Cowboys are just, I mean, especially on defense, are so significantly better than most teams in the league.
Yeah.
And
Well, that
especially
is
the Colts.
Yeah.
But wow, what a boat race.
By the way, you
so
see
late in the game.
The NFL announced that, they had that Saturday game coming up. Oh, we have a cameo, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Yep, perfect.
The Saturday games for not this weekend, but next weekend.
Yes.
And they put the Colts on, and it's like the Colts versus somebody. I don't know who it is.
Hopefully it's the Texans. Tie.
Right, it was
and they
somebody
tie.
bad or something like that. But I feel like they only did it because now you have Jeff Saturday on a Saturday. Because
Ah.
the other games are like Bills, Miami, and like Browns, Ravens, like, games that like could nominally impact the playoffs. And then it's just Jeff Saturday on a Saturday.
Jeff Saturday. All right, this category is new. It's pain don't hurt. Ravens lose Lamar Jackson, but somehow beat the hapless Broncos, who can't do anything right. It's like a field of rakes that Sideshow Bob's just going to step on for 3 hours. That's what the Broncos are.
The field
What
of rakes.
the hell?
Oh my
Lamar
God.
goes out, you still lose. You don't score
Lamar-
an offensive touchdown. Your coach still is employed.
Your Lamar goes out after what, like 4 plays? It's not even
was
like he went out in
early.
the fourth quarter
It was
where he could have
early.
accumulated a lead. Like,
It was
and then
early.
you lost. Very early. And they couldn't do anything. This team. They have to play the Colts twice. They have to play the Chiefs twice. The Broncos over the next 5 weeks.
That's
Think
gonna be
about
fun.
that game and think
That'll
about the
be
spread on that.
fun.
Boy,
I mean,
25 plus 25.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Just horrible. The Broncos are just a mess. I'm enjoying Russell Wilson failing.
Just
I think
his
it's very fun.
implosion
circling
is
the drain.
thrilling.
Right.
And it's one of those things where like his personality makes you really relish in it.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Exactly.
I like it.
And
I love
I'm
it.
sure Russell Wilson is beyond a nice guy.
I mean, I
it's-
like
it's-
this guy
right.
pretty much before the
Eh,
season. I
yeah,
didn't
he's a
have any
little-
problems with him.
He's a little full of himself.
Sanctimonious.
Yeah.
Sanctimonious. That's exactly it. Like, I legitimately feel like he's judging me. And like, this is a weird point to get bogged down by, but his whole like abstinence before marriage thing
Mhm.
is
Oh,
just
yeah.
so fucking weird to me that I
Yeah.
just want anybody who will, if you want to hold that belief, fine.
To
I believe
yourself,
a lot of
you mean?
things.
Keep it to yourself. Is that what you're
Right.
saying?
Keep it to your fucking self. Don't be a weirdo about it. That is not the kind of thing you tell people without some sort of like putting yourself on a pedestal.
Yeah. I like the idea of Russell Wilson going into your store and just looking around. It's like, and I like the way you set up those pops. I mean, it's not what I would have done, but you did
Oh,
fine
man.
for some people. Like,
Is
those
Russell
little
Wilson like
jabs.
is he an only child?
It must be.
Yeah.
He acts like one.
Yeah, he sure does.
Uh,
So the bathroom, counter that's still
Oh,
going,
He's the
right?
same. We're still
Yeah.
there.
Still there.
did you see it this week?
12 and
I didn't
8,
see
right?
I didn't see the tweet, but I know for a fact that it has not moved.
The guy now has a shirt.
Oh, that's
Says,
awesome.
caution, bathrooms are dangerous. He said, thank you to bathrooms for sending me this shirt. It's a shirt made by bathrooms. It has a toilet with the number 12 on it. And it's,
Oh, that's amazing.
caution.
That's right.
Bathrooms remain on top. There's more bathrooms than touchdown passes.
Oh
Still.
my God. How long has he gone without throwing a touchdown? Is it one? He
threw
He
one
threw
last
one
week.
last week.
He
Oh,
threw
yeah,
one
one.
last week.
All right.
Yeah, but then the week before, so he's had one touchdown in 3 weeks. I know
Yeah.
that
Shout out to
fact.
this guy. We never talk. We never say his name. What's his name? Garrett Lee 496.
That's
You're
fun. He's
doing, you're doing the
awesome.
Lord's work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
You're
right.
doing the
So
Lord's work. Even God doesn't like the abstinence thing. He's like, "Fuck you, Russ."
gonna
What'd you
run
do
down-
that for.
I'm gonna run down the Broncos' remaining 5 games. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So home for the Chiefs next week. Okay.
Oh, that's definitely a loss. That's
Home
definitely a loss.
For the Cardinals.
Cardinals
Loss.
win.
Cardinals win that.
Okay. Away at the Rams.
Baker
That's
time.
I think Broncos. win.
Russell's got to cook. Baker's got to bake.
Yeah.
Blah.
Bake them into a pie.
Look at your future, Russ. This is you.
January
Shitty Baker
1st,
Mayfield.
New Year's Day, away at the Chiefs.
Loss.
And then home for the Chargers at the end.
They might win one of these games. I
One.
could see them winning one of the
What
other
do you
games.
bet they beat the Chargers?
Oh, it just ruined the Chargers.
and
playoff.
ruin everything at the end for the
A lot.
Chargers, and that
Yeah.
gets
The Chargers are the most like
they're-
snake bitten team of all
They're
time.
so inept all year, but they beat the Chargers in the last week of the season.
Hackett gets a 10-year extension.
10 year.
I did it, Mom. I
Is
did
this-
it.
His coach, his life coach, gets
Yeah.
5.
Just high five. They miss.
They
Oh, God, I
miss.
forgot about the life coach.
Life coach.
You can buy
boy.
tickets to the LA game for $38.
Oh my God. Holy shit.
God. Also in pain don't hurt. The 49ers lose Jimmy G, but doesn't matter. They still beat the
Oh.
Dolphins.
That defense.
That's, I mean, crazy that they beat the Dolphins like that.
Yeah. They trounced them.
Yep. It was not a good showing by Tua. He was injured,
Yeah. Well,
but not a great showing.
they say
By-
he's
by
fine.
the
but
Dolphins.
The Dolphins would never hide an injury. So,
No, of course not. What would they? Why would they do that?
right. At least they didn't call it his back injury.
33-17. Ugh.
Yep.
Apparently, Jimmy G could be back for the Super Bowl.
Yes, I saw that. 6 to
Uh,
7 weeks.
He's a broken
yeah.
ankle.
In a good world, he could be back for up to 3 playoff games, including the
Mhm.
Super Bowl. But
Okay.
I think the Niners are going to be
They're
there.
in
I mean, I think they're going
contention.
to really get deep into the playoffs. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's not unheard of. If, here's the thing, Brock Purdy fucking beat the Dolphins, man.
Yeah,
like,
he didn't
that
look too bad.
got a little swagger in him. I kind of dig it. Like, I'm kind of glad they didn't go out. They didn't even put a claim in, by the way, for Mayfield.
Yeah. Kyle Shanahan said, "Why would we do that?"
Yeah, great
that was
answer.
his answer.
we're riding the Purd train.
We're not doing that. We
There's just
got
something
this
about Brock Purdy. I don't know.
Brock
I kind of
Purdy.
like it.
He's Mr. Irrelevant. Last pick
Mr.
of
Irrelevant.
the last draft.
Yep.
He's
Yep.
got some weird backstory where he was recruited by Alabama,
Mhm.
but he was hurt, and they said he could walk on. So he went to whatever
Western
weird ass,
Kentucky.
whatever weird ass college he went to.
Hilltoppers.
And then Nick Saban called him back and was like, "Actually, we could give you a scholarship." And he's like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yep. Like that. I'm telling you, there's a lot to
Brock
root for
Purdy.
in this
There's,
kid.
there's a lot of interesting things about this guy, Purdy. But 49ers win.
Yeah.
Crush our
what was it?
boy.
Waddle got hurt too.
Oh boy,
Yikes.
that's not
No.
good.
No, and that's like,
Yeah.
once Tyreek Hill is a fucking monster. He's amazing.
another
horrible
massive
human, but once again, an
Terrible
amazing football
human.
player.
Don't Google him because you'll just fall down a rabbit hole of all kinds of shit.
Bad, horrible decisions.
Oh, there was somebody else I wanted to know if they were a bad person.
Ooh,
Shoot, I wish I could remember who
Dude,
it
it
was.
was Sean Taylor a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Oh.
Sean wasn't the greatest.
he
Yeah.
got the statue he deserves. Part of me thinks that was intentional, right? If someone
Oh,
put me
yeah.
on the fucking statue committee, I would
Yep.
also make a wireframe with soccer cleats.
Done.
Got him.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
man, darn
All
it.
right.
I wish I could remember who it was. It was somebody.
Well,
and
we
I was
still
like
got
really
some
impressed with him this week. I was like, I like this guy, which means of course he's something's wrong
We'll
with him.
find out. We'll dig into it. All right. Category. I want the Raiders
Yeah.
beat the Chargers. Why is Brandon Staley still employed right
oh
now?
my God. What
As
a
we
waste.
record this show, why is he still employed?
What
He
a
got
waste.
beat by Josh McDaniels.
Yep.
Come on, my guy.
What an insult.
Yeah.
What is this? Don't tell me he's a good coach. He's not.
No, he's definitely not.
He's not.
Man. And the Chargers
And you were ahead. You were ahead, and you
Yeah.
still lost.
they're fighting for their lives. This is the AFC playoffs, man.
They're
It's gonna
out.
be hard enough to get in, you
They're
know.
out right now. They're 6-6.
Right. They have to beat
hell
the
are you
Dolphins.
doing? Why are you not firing this coach? He's so bad.
Sean Payton's gonna look good there next year, though. So
If they can
Oh, you
afford him.
think?
If
oh,
they can
God,
afford
him.
him.
Him and Herbert. Oh, they'll afford him.
Any team can afford anybody at any time.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, they
Savannah.
tell you
No,
otherwise, they're
we're
fucking
talking
lying.
about San Diego Spanos, like that whole crew. They don't shell out money for anybody. All right. That was Awa. New normal. Seahawks are good all the time, and they beat the
Yeah.
Rams. The Rams are bad.
Yes, they are. Are they the worst Super Bowl winners of all time, like the following season?
Yeah, it's
I think
Yeah,
so.
Have to be.
Matt
Right.
Stafford is out for the rest of the year.
Yep. Cooper Cup
Officially.
is crippled.
Probably out for the year. Aaron
right.
Donald is out
Right.
with injuries.
They got rid of their Odell Beckham Jr. locker. I thought that was funny. They
They
were
don't-
holding
you
a
can't-
locker all
yeah.
year, and then they just quietly got rid of it when they
Yeah,
realized they had
because
no
they're not
shot.
good. They can't.
Yeah, right.
They can't. No need for him.
Nope.
Oh boy, Seahawks continue to look good, even though they're fighting on the sideline. I thought this was fascinating.
Yeah,
Gino
that was good.
fighting with DK Metcalf on the sideline,
That
and
was funny.
others yelling at each other.
They'd
Like
be
it.
such a likable team if it wasn't for fucking Pete Carroll.
Sure. All right. Speaking of the Rams, it's time for the ballad of the 2022 Carolina Panther. Baker Mayfield was released.
Yep.
And is now a Los Angeles Ram already.
Wow.
The experiment was a failure and the patient died.
It blows my mind that 2018 draft class is Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, who both are stuck with their teams. And then the other three quarterbacks who, up until that draft, including myself, thought would be substantially better than those two, have been on multiple, at least minimum 3 teams now each. And it's what, 5 years, not even 5 years.
It's not that long since
That's
that time.
amazing. I don't think Josh Rosen's in the league anymore.
He was a backup somewhere, but
Yeah. I mean, and then Mayfield's bouncing around, Darnold's bouncing around.
Darnold's
Man.
about to be bounced even further. Yeah, I still am like, please, why don't you just keep Baker and play him all year? But obviously, you had to cut him to the when they cut him made sense because they owe a 5th round pick to the
Right.
Browns now, not a 4th round pick. So it makes sense. I mean, it's fine. He wasn't
So-
good, and the Rams have to pay part of his salary too. So there you go.
So I'm going back to our previous conversation. The worst team that won the Super Bowl
Mhm.
the following year went 5-11.
Wow.
That was the 2015 Broncos because
Okay.
they lost Peyton and
Yeah.
chose not to replace him. So the the Rams, they have 3 wins.
Yep.
They have an extra game to get there, but they are quickly approaching to worst team following a Super Bowl win.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Final category is made me throw up in my mouth. The Browns beat the
Yeah.
Texans, which
Oh
of
my
course we
God.
knew was going to happen.
Yeah, of course.
What a game.
Deshaun was back and was hideous. He was
Yep.
awful.
Good.
Could not
fuck
do
'em.
anything on
Yeah.
offense.
Dude hasn't played in 2
Against
years. Like, I mean,
Yeah, right. He looked like he hadn't played in 2 years.
like I don't know why everyone's like ESPN was just like, what is wrong with Deshaun? I'm like, dude hasn't fucking seen the field. Like, it's been forever.
Yeah.
And why are you feeling sorry for him? Why are we making this a sad thing?
Yeah,
Fuck him.
right. He's an asshole. But you knew they were going to win. They won what they had like 3 touchdowns off of special teams and defense, but because
what
the
point,
Texans
though,
stink.
At the Texans, like they have like what, a 2.5, I think they have like a 2.5 game lead for the number 1 overall pick. Like they're definitely getting it. It's like a 97% chance to get the number 1 overall pick. I feel like those last 2 games, like if you already secure it, maybe you should try. You know, not like you could hurt your draft position at that point. See what
I think-
happens.
Yeah, Kyle Allen trying is part of the problem here, I think.
Yeah, right.
Don't put him in there.
Mm-hmm.
Bucks beat the Saints. This game
Oh.
annoyed the fuck out of me
Oh,
because
fuck
fuck
this.
this game. Fuck
I saw like
Tom
the halftime
Brady.
score, and I was like, all right, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Fuck this game. It was 6 minutes left in the 4th quarter when the Saints were up by 13 points,
Yep.
I believe.
Yep.
They threw a out route to Mark Ingram,
What is with
who
him?
is an idiot, and decided instead of trying to get a first down or
It wasn't even that
sitting
hard.
flat down, anything, he goes out of bounds,
Yeah.
causing them to punt, and then they lose. They end up
Yeah.
losing because all they needed was one first down, and
Right.
basically
They
the
would have
game was
shaved
over.
another 3 minutes off the clock, and it would have been over.
The game
Right.
was over if he just decided to sit
Yep.
on his butt. They would have at least used a timeout there. They were on
Ugh.
2 touchdowns. But of course, Brady comes back and wins, which is just like, okay, you beat the fucking Saints.
I
and
know.
Dennis Allen, and he threw like a 6-yard pass to win the game. It's like, that guy didn't do fucking anything. He just was there.
Yep.
He
Right.
accepted that victory. That's a
I'm
gift.
telling you though, I got a
Come on.
sick feeling that this team's gonna do something in the playoffs.
Ugh. Maybe.
Well, the competition's not there.
That's what
So
I'm
if
saying.
they just don't fuck
They
up
could.
too hard.
they could be the team that beats the Eagles. you
right.
know?
That could be. They could be so God.
The horror.
This is something I'm
Uh.
watching. I've been watching all year since they started losing. How many games? What's the most amount of games Tom Brady's ever lost
In a season.
in a season?
Oh man.
5. Right. Didn't they have an 11-5 season?
I
That'd be my
honestly
guess.
don't.
I
would say
was-
it's
I was
6.
honestly thinking like he hasn't lost that much in a
Yeah.
season, right? He lost 7 times in 2002. He's about to equal that if he with his next loss, which is
Wow.
great.
Oh, all right.
2002. Wow. Yeah. That was the
Thousand-
year.
talking.
All the
Yeah.
way back to 2002, which was what, his second
Yeah.
season
Second year.
playing or something like that.
Yep. Well, third, but like second year starting. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, but that pissed me off so much. It's like, really? Not that the Saints lost, but whatever. It's like, how do you lose a 13-point lead with 6 minutes left?
So
and you
frustrating.
had the ball. And you
I know.
had the ball.
And the Ingram thing that
And you have Alvin Kamara.
right.
What are you doing?
Alvin Kamara would have fucking lowered his head and be like, well, my grandkids will forgive me that I don't remember their
Throwing
names in
it
10
to
years.
Mark
And just-
Ingram.
Right. He would have gone right through that motherfucker.
It's weird. All right. That was all the games. Time for our segments. Let's start with a very popular segment, I think, last week. I think people dig it.
Yep.
The Sad Boy Boat.
Yeah, that's right. What sad
Sad
boys
Boy
we got.
Boat. All right. Who
Sad
gets on the
Boy
Sad
Boat.
Boy Boat? There's 4 spots on the Sad Boy Boat. Unfortunately, Brady can't be on the Sad Boy Boat because he won.
Yeah.
He would have been. Unfortunately, the Green Bay duo can't be on the
Oh,
Sad
yeah.
Boy Boat because they
damn.
won.
Belichick, he can be on it.
Belichick is on
Belichick
the
is the
Sad Boy
fucking
Boat.
captain.
Captain. Lifelong captain of Sad Boy Boat.
You ever see that episode of The Office where they let Dwight steer the boat and it's
Yeah.
just a fake steering wheel for
Yeah.
kids? It's Belichick right now.
Belichick on the Sad Boy Boat. Anybody else?
Oh,
Sad
man.
Boy Boat.
It's got to be Russ.
Baker Mayfield on the
Oh,
Sad
Russ.
Boy Boat.
Yeah, Russ. That's a good
No,
one.
Baker Mayfield's living the high life.
He's
Yeah.
happy. All right.
Yeah, he's
Russ,
fucking driving by in his yacht.
Russ is on the
$15
Sad Boy
million
Boat this week.
Mhm.
Hello, San Francisco. Took a fucking boat from Carolina.
Oh God.
Is
He went
Staley
around
on the
world.
Sad
Panama
Boy boat? I don't know.
Staley,
Hello,
Chargers coach on the
Panama.
Sad Boy Boat.
He could be on the sad boy boat.
Is he like a Hackett though? Like he's just the power of positivity, and he's just
Yeah.
never sad because
Matt
he's so
Ryan.
positive.
Oh,
Ryan is-
there
Matt
you go.
Ryan,
Sad
Sad Boy
Boy
Boat.
Boat.
Yeah.
Sad Boy Boat.
They
Matt
could
Ryan.
make an entire second boat out of
It's-
his frown.
What do we have? What do we have now? Belichick,
Yeah.
Matt Ryan, and
Russell.
Russell Wilson.
Russ.
We have
Yeah.
one more spot. One more spot for Sad Boy Boat.
Swapping the poop.
Mark
deck.
Ingram.
I like it.
Yeah.
Mark Ingram, Sad Boy Boat. That's our Sad Boy Boat for week,
Yeah.
whatever this is.
I like it. I like
13?
it. 13.
Week
angry-
13.
the-
Sad
the-
Boy Boat.
Angry canoe. Just Dayball behind him.
Oh, Dayball. Yeah, he can't be. He's not. He wasn't
he's
sad.
not
Right.
sad.
He's
He doesn't
mad.
have sadness
Just
inside of him.
bright red.
Yeah.
You can't tell if he's
Giant.
anger. You
Yeah.
can't tell if it's anger or a heart attack.
But he doesn't know how canoes work, so he's just
Yeah.
paddling in circles.
Just like the Giants' offense, they
Just
don't know how,
swearing at the
Right.
canoe.
how offense works.
Fucking paddle.
Fucking-
We're better.
Built this shit canoe.
Who about this? Daniel Jones did. Give me the shock collar.
Get out of here,
Zap-
Comey.
Zap
Where
him
are
again.
you?
Zap him again. All right, broadcasting moments of the week. There's not a lot. We talked about the bathrooms, which is a highlight. Odell Beckham. I don't know if this is a broadcasting moment, but he's been out there taking pills, going on planes, being weird. Basically said he was going to Dallas, and then he did a physical with Dallas, and Dallas said, "Nope, he ain't coming here. He can't help us. He's not playing this year. He doesn't look good."
And if Jerry Jones walks away from you, there's problems. Okay, because Jerry has never met a big name he does not love.
Right.
So,
Yeah. It seemed like they desperately were going to do it and not so much. All right. Broadcasting moment of the week. Clip of our boy, Mike McDaniel. There's a little timeout. Tua comes to the sideline and he goes, "Yeah, that's on me. I fucked up."
I fucked up.
Mike McDaniel saying, "I fucked up."
Yeah.
Broadcasting moment of the week.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
I like it was such an instant realization. Like
Oh,
right
I
after the
fucked
call,
up.
it's like, oh, I fucked up.
Oh, I
Shouldn't have
fucked
called
up.
that. Shouldn't have done it. That's
I
my
fucked
fault.
up.
Yeah.
And then one more. I thought this was interesting. Somebody put together the 2018 Alabama roster
Okay.
of players in the NFL. Ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Just on offense. Jalen Hurts, Tua, Mac Jones, all were on the team in 2018.
Wow.
Josh Jacobs, Najee Harris, Brian Robinson, Damian Harris. All four of them were on the
Wow.
2018 Alabama team.
Damn.
Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith, and the unfortunate Henry Ruggs, who was a good player, all receivers, and
Wow.
Irv Smith was also. on
Yeah,
that team.
that's right. He
That is
unfortunately
a
hurt, but
a ridiculous group of people.
there's
on
a
one
good
team.
O lineman they got out of there too.
There's so many
still-
others. Yeah, the defense. I'm
Leatherwood.
sure.
I mean, yep.
There's a lot of others, but yeah, insane. Okay, time for Greg's bets.
Greg's bets. I want to have something to say first.
Okay,
This isn't
Have
really
something
the
to say.
bets.
I have opinions.
I started watching the Hard Knocks on the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh baby.
All right.
Cliff.
Not terribly interesting. This is not a recommend.
Just
It's
boring.
it's just Hard Knocks. However, they do go to Cliff Kingsbury's house. And it is,
Oh.
I'm not kidding, the house of a psychopath.
It
It is-
Explain.
It is nearly entirely empty. And I mean empty. Rooms with nothing in them.
My God.
Except
Oh baby.
for a giant picture of a lion
Yes.
and a painting of the Joker.
Oh,
What?
God. Which
What?
Joker? Which Joker?
Of Heath Ledger Joker.
Of course. Of course. Boo.
And he goes out of, I mean, I'm not kidding. Cliff Kingsbury looks like the type of person who murders people for fun. From my, maybe I misunderstood what he was trying to say, but
Oh.
he doesn't let anyone live with him during the football season because he is admittedly a dick.
Wow.
He's like,
he living in a
he's
giant
basically
mansion
like, I don't
alone?
want to be distracted by family stuff during the season because I come home and I have to reflect on what happened during the day. Motherfucker, you're a football coach.
Yeah, right.
My
Every other
family
coach
gets
in
in
the
the
history
way.
of the world has managed to balance home and work life.
Yeah.
Like you're not even that good of a football
Right.
coach. So
How hard is
obviously
it?
brooding in your Joker room after a loss isn't doing you any fucking good.
Daddy, what are you doing? I'm burning my Joker room. Leave me alone.
Joker room. Why are you so serious?
Heath and I are talking.
Why so serious?
How hard is it to adjust every single week to getting your ass kicked? Like you figure after the first couple of weeks you get used to that shit.
Come back home. We're not going anywhere this
Yeah,
year.
whatever. This season's going nowhere.
Probably gonna get fired.
I mean,
Fuck.
it's crazy. He looks like a lunatic.
I want to see him put up another painting of the Joker, but have it be the exact same painting, just opposite sides.
This is my other Joker room.
He's one step away from like Vince McMahon art, like a
Yeah.
painting of Vince
With a
McMahon. It
Shirtless
is shit sitting in his couch while he sits in his couch.
Tyrannosaurus.
That's where
skull.
that's where
And
he's going.
I actually think that whoever cuts Hard Knocks
Mhm.
has a real sense of humor because every single time he looks crazier and crazier.
Yes.
It's just
love
like
it.
him at the end of a big empty fucking hallway.
Oh my
And
god!
like it's like I'm not even kidding. There's one scene where they're interviewing him from what looks like 18 feet away, and it makes him look insane. It's
Oh, man.
hysterical.
I saw once again, just to put this into a quick little comparison here. The Chiefs put out a video series about like, players at home or whatever, and they follow Patrick Mahomes. It was during the offseason, right? And I caught the one with Andy Reid, and he walks into this room, goes, "This is my exercise room. Don't think I've ever been in here," and he leaves. Just great. It just but it's like a normal house. It's a very lived-in house. You just don't think I've ever been in here.
The Kelseys have a fun podcast together, Travis and the other
Oh,
guy.
that's fun.
And they were talking about Andy Reid because he drafted both of them,
Okay.
one for the
Oh.
Eagles and one for the Chiefs.
Oh, right. Okay.
And Travis was saying, he's like, the guy is just weird. They're like sitting in the tight end room studying plays one day, and the door opens and it's him, and he just pops through and he goes, "Who coached 2 Pro Bowl tight ends in one season?" And everyone's like, "I don't know who." He's like, "Me." And then he closed the door and left. What a weird thing to do. Like a humble brag. Like, he's going to come in and brag about this right now.
And he's so easy to root for.
He's got a State Farm commercial. I think it's real funny.
Yeah,
now.
the mustache
he?
one. It's funny.
Really good.
Oh, I haven't seen
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
It's funny.
Okay, he's a good
Not
guy.
that I want to
Says-
promote commercials or whatever.
Says
but
like
boy.
I'm drawing mustaches on my players as a joke, and then Pat Mahomes walks up and he's like, "Hey, coach, it happened again. I have a mustache." He's like, "I'll catch him. I'll find out who's doing it." Well, he hides the marker.
He had a good one too for where they had the schedule release. It was just like they had this big, video package at the beginning, and then it just went to like a black screen and like Comic Sans that just says Andy Reid schedule. Like Andy reads the schedule, and it was just him at his desk with a piece of loose leaf paper, went over the schedule, and then the video ended. I thought that was very funny.
Fantastic. All right, you got any
Yeah,
bets for
great
us?
bets. Last week I only got 2 right. Bad week
Okay.
for me.
No.
Yeah, Mark, that Kansas City one, you definitely called it. I didn't listen, and I'm paying the ultimate price,
The $5
$5.
Yeah.
God.
This week, another relatively hard week, but I'm taking some real shitters.
Okay.
So we'll see how
boy.
this pans
All right.
out. I have Minnesota +2 at Detroit. If I lose this bet, how
Mm.
how does
How?
Minnesota lose to Detroit this week? They're getting 2 fucking points.
Yeah. Wow.
Not
That's
minus
weird.
2 plus
+2, huh?
yeah.
Strange.
Like somewhere out there, like Billy the Wrench is that's his mob name.
Right.
He's like loosening the tires on the airplane or something.
Oh
I
my God.
I don't know how you take this line. New York Jets are getting they're getting +9.5 against the Bills. Bills are going to win this game, but the Jets are tough, and I think they could keep it close.
Yep. I
think
agree.
they could keep it within 10 for fuck's
Yeah.
sake, but who knows? Kansas City -9 against Denver. Here's the thing.
Jesus.
I mean, Denver is hapless. However, their defense is real fucking good.
Mhm.
I could legitimately seeing this being like a 10-0 game. So I'm taking Kansas City -9. This is the real wild one. I honestly never thought I would do this, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm taking Dallas at home against Houston
Wow.
-17 points.
Yeah. No, that's
Wow.
honestly. Yeah.
I genuinely, they talk about like 10 points is a lot in the NFL. Like I do my best to stay away from 10-point spreads, but this one still feels like the stone cold nuts.
Yeah.
What is David Mills gonna do?
It's not even him. It's Kyle Allen.
What
Right,
is Kyle Allen gonna do?
Yeah.
It's Micah fucking Parsons.
You just keep on going until they get that number 1 pick, and
Yeah.
and then easy plays. Yeah, I would
I've never
agree.
seen a team intentionally take 40 sacks. It was weird. And then I hate this. I'm taking Tennessee +3.5 against Jacksonville.
Oh yeah, that's an
That's a
easy
good
one.
bet.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
No, Tennessee at home, they got to turn it around. Have a bounce back game.
Yeah, but Jacksonville gets they just channel all that weird energy they have sometimes and put up 40 points.
They don't do it consistently. They do it 1 week and then don't do it the next. And this
but
is
they
the
already
next.
did it. They already didn't do it last week, Mark. This is the week they do.
Oh.
There you go.
Goes off this
Who
week.
knows? I'm still up like 35, $40 over
You're
the
still
years.
doing
so
well.
Yeah,
You're still
I,
doing
I'm
well.
I'm down.
So there you go. Greg's bets incoming, outgoing. I don't know where we are in this phase.
So hot.
still here.
Shit.
All right, football foobar.
Yep.
You ready, Mark?
Yeah. So, at this point in the NFL, we're getting ready for the playoffs, right? But college football, that's getting ready for the bowl games, right? Everyone kind
Sure.
of knows where they're going to be. The college football playoff is all set, and we're going to find out, who's going to play in all these bowl games. We're going to find out who's going to play in the Duke's Mayo Bowl and who plays at the LendingTree.com Bowl. These are the big bowl games that everyone needs to know about, right? But also this week, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention. A lot of players who are going to be playing in these bowl games are saying, we're not going to play in these bowl games.
We're sitting out.
We're sitting out because they're projected to be first or second rounders. You don't want to hurt yourself, which I fucking applaud. Great job for those guys. Get paid. Don't risk this crap over the TaxSlayer.com Bowl. Like, this is, you sit out and you get your money. So, but it got me thinking, has there ever been, like, I like college football players that, like, maybe didn't go to their senior season. It kind of made it a big announcement about it. Like, the next guy we're going to be inducting, who very famously said he's going to unleash the big cat on the NFL. There's a reason you've never heard of this man. It is Andy Katzenmoyer, and there's a reason you've never heard of him.
Whoa.
So, Andy Katzenmoyer accepted a scholarship to play football at Ohio State in 1996. When he did so, he was already one of the most freakish athletes in college football without ever playing it down. So get this, this dude was 6'3", 260 pounds as an incoming freshman and ran the 40, 4.48 seconds. Okay.
Ooh.
Absolutely insane. He's also the only linebacker to ever start at Ohio State as a true freshman. He was that talented. They had to get him in there. And his freshman year, 13 sacks, including 3 in the Rose Bowl, their end of the year bowl game against our boy Jake Plummer, my favorite mushroom farmer, Jake Plummer. So, and just to add on to that, his freshman year, he had 85 tackles, including 23 tackles for a loss, 3 forced fumbles, 4 interceptions, and a defensive touchdown to boot. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely incredible, right? So you got to be wondering, like, how come I haven't heard of this guy, right? He's not a household name. He has one problem. He was dumb as fuck. He was real stupid. After his freshman year, he had a 0.8 GPA. 0.8 GPA. Now, Ohio State had a rule which said you had to have over 2.0 to continue playing after your sophomore year. This is when the NCAA had this, like, veneer of we care about our players and their academics, when it does,
it's all bullshit.
Oh yeah, I always hated that. It's just football. It's fine if it's just football. Some guys are just football players. That's totally cool, but they tried to make it this, big thing. So they had to sign him up for classes, right? And so you kind of know where I'm going with it. They gave him kind of cupcake classes.
Yeah, right.
I'd like to hear what he took going into his sophomore year.
Love
classes. So he took AIDS awareness. He took golf. He took baking. And he took volleyball. He failed all 4.
How? How do you fail volleyball?
Okay, so
you just got to show up.
How do you fail AIDS awareness? Let's take that one a step further.
There's only one question on the final.
Right.
Have you heard about AIDS?
Have you heard of it?
No.
No.
Damn it.
Bad guess.
So Ohio State, though, changed the grades. This all came out years later, obviously.
They
changed the grades.
They fluffed up his grades.
They got him over 2.0, and he played up until his junior year, where he then promptly made the statement that the big cat is coming to the NFL his junior year or senior year. But here's the thing. So his freshman year, obviously outstanding, right? Sophomore year, okay. He was fine. He was good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Junior year, not so much. Very average, okay? But he still parlayed that into a first-round selection by Pete Carroll when he was with the New England Patriots in 1999. And after a rookie year, he only had 3.5 sacks, got hurt, came back, didn't play well, ran into Bill Belichick, who did not like his attitude, and after 3 years in the NFL, faded away. And I got to thinking, this is the only player I can think of who got progressively worse the more experience he got. Like, I cannot think of any player who's gone this trajectory. It's like he started out as one of the best players I've ever seen, and then just got worse the more he learned the game of football. So what is the moral of the story? Sometimes it pays to be dumb. So Andy Katzenmoyer, welcome to football.
He's in. Okay, game balls. You gonna give the game ball to?
Who
Got a
do I
game
give the
ball
game
for me?
ball to?
Game ball for me? Game ball?
The Baltimore Ravens defense
Ooh.
for continuing to crush the spirit of Russell Wilson.
Crushing the spirit of our favorite thing is
Yes.
the Broncos
Very
demise.
enjoyable.
Can I give a game ball to a painting? Because
Sure.
that
Yeah,
Joker
the lion-
painting
the
really
lion
deserves
painting?
one.
No,
Yeah,
the-
no, the Joker painting far funnier to
The
me.
Joker
Here's the
painting.
thing: like
Sure.
those two paintings, legitimate. Oh, the line. He has a lion because he's a Leo. He specifically says that.
Okay.
I'm never gonna stop talking about this. So get hyped
This
for
is the
that.
best.
It paints him out to be such a basic bitch. He cares about astrology and Heath Ledger's the Joker. I mean, there are
Heath
so
Ledger's the
literally-
Joker.
literally the only thing that would make even more sense is if he had one of those 6-foot foam statues of Deadpool in his corner.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. He needs one of those.
This guy's wacky as shit. You ever see him?
Look at that. Sometimes he talks
Look
about
at that
his butt.
Deadpool.
That movie, he's got a baby. He's
Look at
got a
that- look at that
baby
guy.
body.
Look at that guy.
Here, I'll put it on. Here,
Oh, yeah, I'll
Put it on repeat.
yeah, right.
Jesus Christ. Kingsbury. It never stops. I hope he never gets fired. Kingsbury, Hackett, Josh McDaniels.
Oh, they brought
never
us
fire
so
these
much
guys.
joy.
Daniel, Bruce Staley, or whatever the fuck his
Yeah.
name is.
Brandon Staley.
Brandon
soon to be
Staley.
fired.
I wish incompetence paid bills because I would. I mean, I just love some of them so much.
I love him. All right, Mark, you got a game ball for me?
I'm gonna give it to Mac Jones's anger. Like him flipping out on the sidelines. It's so
Just
out of
don't
character for him. Right. Like it also is like Greg said, just completely unaware of his own abilities. So
I'm giving my
Like it.
game ball to this, and it's a headline.
okay.
Giants, Commanders, flummoxed by tie amid playoff chase. Flummoxed.
What did
Give
you
me a
guys
game
do?
ball to flummoxed.
What did you do? Was that a New York Post? There's not enough headless.
That's an E
topless-
ESPN headline, I
Okay.
believe. Flummoxed by a tie. Oh boy. Good grief. All right. That's game balls. We're going into week 14.
Yeah.
We are ready for some big things are going to happen here, I think.
We have 3 teams, I think, that can clinch the playoffs. This I think that's
Right.
the first time we've run into that. So like
Very big matchup here, Bills and Jets. That's a big one.
Yep.
Is there another big one? Eagles and Giants.
There you go.
Eagles and Giants.
Yep.
That's a big one.
Yep.
Bucks 49ers.
I guess.
That could be
Maybe.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
be.
if the Bucks lose, then they're in trouble.
Yeah.
And the 49ers,
mean,
let's see how
not
they
really.
come.
Yeah.
I think
Let's-
they are.
Let's see how my boy Brock Purdy does.
Yeah,
Brock Purdy.
Purdy time.
Yeah.
Dolphins and Chargers.
Check your watch. And
Our
party
most
time.
favorite. Our most. Oh God. If he said that after a touchdown,
I would love
make me so happy.
it. Let's point. Check your watch,
Yes.
baby.
Our favorite
Rips off his
coach.
jersey just says it's Purdy time underneath.
Purdy time.
Oh, I love it.
He's gonna get annihilated in this game. And then his career's over. But rocking Purdy for.
They're
as
gonna
long
drag
as
his corpse off. His jersey comes off as
Yeah.
he's being dragged.
Yeah.
The fans are
underneath.
cheering Purdy.
We still love him.
Yeah.
Dolphins, Chargers, coach we love and a coach we fucking hate.
Yeah. I
on
don't think I
Sunday Night
hate Staley.
Football.
I think I actually kind of enjoy him for his ineptitude. So.
Oh God, he drives me nuts.
Chargers are going to be up like 40 and blow this game.
All right. Anything else? We're good. Did it all? Time for
Yeah.
some plugs. You can go and listen to our Sabrina episode of the TGIF podcast.
That's a good one.
That is a real good one.
It is-
Holy shit.
It is very good. And we are we're building our Christmas
Yes.
episode. I just sent out the episodes today.
Yeah. Bold
we're-
choices.
We got
Yeah.
some bold choices, baby. You set the parameters. You wanted
Oh,
something
right.
new in there. So
we got something new.
we got something
We
new.
had two new things, really, if you think about it. you
Yes,
know?
that's true.
Yeah,
Our
we
Black
haven't-
Friday purchase.
Yeah.
Listen to TJF Pod for that Christmas episode because it's going to be a good one. Probably going to be 3 hours too.
Probably.
Those Christmas ones are long.
Yep.
That's true.
Too much eggnog. All right, that's it. We're ready for week 14. We'll see you next week. Peace out.
Goodbye.
Bye.